Ahoy there, mateys, and welcome back to Skies of Arcadia. We've arrived at Esperanza, the final port of a known world. Beyond here lies only the uncharted skies to the east. That skyroof looks worse than any of the others. If we tried to power our way through it, I think the Delphinus will get ripped to pieces. But if we don't go through there, we won't be able to reach Apatoma. There has to be something we can do. You're right, Enrique. Enrique, are you feeling any better? No, to be completely honest, I feel awful. Why don't you guys take a look around the city? I don't think it would be wise for me to move in my current condition. I'll stay here and look after Enrique. Alright, Ica, let's go check out the city. Someone here has to know how to get to Apatoma. So, welcome to Esperanza, the city of hope. Let's go talk to these two again. How you doing, Enrique? I don't think I'll be able to move for a while. Why don't you guys go ahead and check out the town? Will you be okay here, Fina? Do you need us to bring some medicine? I'll stay here and make sure Enrique is okay. Alright, see you two later. Well, let's go talk to this guy. The city was built by Vaua during a time when Vaua was trying to extend its hand of influence into the rumoured countries of the Far East. Everyone used to be so full of hope here, but once people realised it was impossible to get through the Dark Rift, that hope disappeared. Then one day, Vaua decided to leave this city to rot. The sailors here lost their ships, their crews, and their dreams. Alright, so it seems like Esperanza isn't a city of hope after all. Let's go talk to this stray huskra. Pow pow. Wow, even the animals are depressed. Well, Vise, you got your lot cut out for you here. You're gonna have to reignite everyone's hope. Huh? What did you say? You're trying to get to the east? Not even the Violins could get past through that maelstrom. Don't talk crazy like that. So, Esperanza is made up of rusted metal, and also the derelict ships that were blown away by the Dark Rift, like that one buried into the surface of a cliff. So we can see the Dark Rift over there on the horizon. We've seen the Dark Rift a few times as we've sailed around the world, and it completely cuts off access to the eastern skies. But if there's anything that we've learnt by Vise, it's that he doesn't believe in the word impossible, and he follows his dreams. So if anyone's going to be able to reignite the hope and passion for everyone living here, it's going to be Vise. Hey, it's for newcomers. Let me guess, you came here hoping to find the legendary lands to the east, right? My parents were the same way. When I was just a little girl, my parents brought me here with plans of going to the lands to the east. Our ship sank and I've been here ever since. What a waste. The rest of the world will never see how pretty I've become. She reminds me a lot of Ica, with her hair and that one glove. Huh? My parents? They went down with the ship, killed by that maelstrom. Hey, don't worry about it. They were foolish for even thinking they could get through the Dark Rift anyway. There's a lot of old yellowed books. They're all about navigation and the Dark Rift. So it seems like everyone was trying to get through the Dark Rift for a long time, and I guess all of that failure eventually added up to make everyone believe it was impossible. The Dark Rift is a giant evil sky rift. It's an evil maelstrom. I've heard that once you're inside the vortex, everything goes a little strange. There's no light and compasses don't work. Basically, it's easy to lose track of where you came from. Well, at least that's what some of the survivors said. I don't know if they're telling the truth or not, though. So, we're just going to go and talk to everyone here. It's not a very large town, so it shouldn't take too long. And it sounds like Cupel has joined us, rather than staying with Fina. He must have smelled that there was food nearby. Okay, here's your charm, Cupel, now go back to Fina. So we can't get to that door, since the ground has given way. But we can still go this way. Well, you can tell how much hope people have lost. They haven't even bothered to loot this treasure chest. And that's just free money lying here and nobody took it. Ah, well, it's ours now. We'll go and buy some stuff from the local merchants. That should cheer them up. And then we'll go hang out at the tavern and have some drinks. Tell everyone all about our stories and our adventures and how we escaped from Valuer. If anything's going to reignite their hopes, it'll be that. Right, it looks like we found the inn. It's been many years since someone outside of Nazia stayed here. It's 280 gold a night. Do you want to stay? We would like to, but we should really wait for end week first. There aren't many other places to rest in this city. Perhaps you'll change your mind later. Have a nice day. And he just shoos us away. Yeah, we'll come bring Enrique to the inn, I think. Let him rest up for a bit. Clear his air sickness. Ooh, mechanical ladder. How fancy. Sadly, it's a very short ladder, though. Do you mind if I just steal your stuff? You get value in uniforms. So I believe these are some of the first armors in the game. Let's just double check that. Yep, the value in uniforms. Those we could have bought at the very start of the game. So I guess it's themic that the only armor we can find here is all degraded stuff. Just looking at this fortified lighthouse, you can see how important this city was to Valuer. But now it's nothing more than just a giant tower of metal, broken cannons and all. Well, I suppose people are the same. If you're not constantly brushing up on your skills, you'll start to get rusty just like this old tower. Well, we're the same as scrap metal you see here. Nothing but useless rust. Damn you, you big piece of junk. Man, everyone's so depressed here. I think even Vice in his go-getter attitude is going to have a difficult time here. Getting all these people enthusiastic again. But we've managed to instill confidence and hope into everyone else we've met so far. So these people shouldn't be any different. I guess it is rather a nasty place to live though, since you can see the Dark Rift from this island. So everyone who's been stranded here this entire time due to the Dark Rift can always see on the horizon the memory of why they're here. It's completely rusted. This would probably explode if you tried to fire it. Let's get this moonfish. And let's make our way back down. I don't know how everyone could be so depressed when you got 3 ladders here in close succession. Ladders cheer me up. They should cheer them up too. Right, so we're just going to go and find the local merchant, and then we'll head to the tavern. This might be the shortest ladder in the game. It's a very short ladder. Hi lady, how you doing? All of our problems are from foolish people who tried to follow their dreams but failed. Just keep your feet on the ground and you'll be alright. It's because people thought of going to the far off lands to the east that we're all stuck here, unable to go anywhere else. The fools. But if all you do is live in one place, then are you really living? Right, so I believe over here somewhere. Yep, there's another moonfish. And now let's go talk to this merchant. Ah, welcome, welcome. Would you like to see my wares? Let's talk to you first. I've heard that there are very rare fish that live in and around the Dark Rift. In fact, there are fish that haven't changed since the days before the old world. I wonder what they look like. And let's see what you have. An Admiral Cutlass, an old sword that would once belong to a valiant admiral when he was stationed in Esperanza. The Wing of Hope, crafted in memory of those lost in the Dark Rift and in hopes that others will fare better. Well, we're definitely going to fare better, and we'll pay some respect to the people who are lost. Let's see, Decat's tunic, and battle-worn armour, and a miracle robe. I guess we really should increase Fina's defence. A robe worn by a monk who miraculously returned unharmed after being lost in the Dark Rift. See, Enrique's normal coat at the moment is better, sadly, so there's no point upgrading that. Right, the battle-worn armour would be good if we didn't have the Berserker mail from the bounty we just beat. Right, let's get Decat's tunic. A legendary tunic said to be worn by Decat, protects the user from blue magic. And we'll give that to Ica. We can buy a chain of Vigaro. Vigaro's idea of a fashion statement. Improves hit percent and attack power. I guess let's take one of those for safety, just in case we need to hit some loopers at some point. Even though we're not going to equip it. Let's see, the Sailor's Buckler. A light but small shield worn by sailors. Improves dodge percent and defense. You know, I think we should give that to Enrique. It reduces his hit, but we do want him to become a good air pirate in his own merits. So that should get him started. Enhancement that allows fighter to detect enemies even at night. That's even higher hit chance. Yeah, we'll get one of those. But we won't equip it. Again, that's just in case we fight some loopers at some point. And if we didn't buy stuff over in Nazrad, then we'd be able to buy our equipment here for the Delphinius. Okay, that's everything. See you later, mate. Please come again. Yeah, anytime. I'm happy to buy anything here. Give the people hope. Everything we do at the moment is hoping just to give them all back some hope. You received a moonberry. Excellent, I think that's the last one we need with Fina. And now we can learn... Revives, cures all adverse effects, and completely restores all HP to all allies. Lunar Light. So we're going to make very good use out of that. Since that's an absolute full heal, so if we ever end up in a bad situation, we can throw that out. It's going to be an invaluable super move. Obviously, it's one of those super moves you hope you never have to use, but it's good to keep it in our back pocket just in case we need it. I left Miranda with a sailor I was in love with. We were planning on moving to a country east of here. But we heard that the Dark Rift is impossible to cross, and he changed. And then one day, he met another girl and disappeared. He didn't even bother to say goodbye. I was foolish. I fell for such a childish man, and threw away a good life. And I left my mother behind. She worked so hard to take care of me as a child. I wonder how she's doing. So this is the daughter of the kebab skewer lady in Mirambra. So we're able to go between these two and basically act like a messenger for them. Do you know what Esperanza really means? It means hope. Hopeful sailors from all over gathered here to try and get to the east. But now the city's filled with nothing but despair. Oh, the irony. There's a tattered Valuan flag. That's almost ironic, especially considering that this place started falling apart after Valua pulled out. You're not from around here, are you? Actually, we just came into town, and we were wondering if someone here could help us. See, it came to me. Well, that's just great. By the way, the name's Don. Now ask me a question and be on your way. You know that sky rift to the east? How do you get through it? So, you're looking for a way to cross the Dark Rift, eh? So the world is still full of fools. What? Are you kids serious? You're trying to cross the Dark Rift? They don't stand a chance. Someone better tell their parents where they are. Kid, that's no ordinary sky rift. During the war, this cape was discovered and the city was built. This place is the edge of the world. If you try and go any further east, you'll get killed. Hundreds of men, good men, have died trying. But there's always a few fools that don't heed the warning, and the Dark Rift usually claims them. Some of the best sailors from all over the world tried to cross the Dark Rift. They came from everywhere. One by one they tried to pass through the Dark Rift. All of them failed. The ships that enter the Dark Rift are either pushed away by the winds, or they get sucked in, never to return. My crew and I lost our ship. We were lucky to survive. After a while, the sailors just stopped coming. All we do now is sit around here and wait to die. Some things are just impossible, kid. Why don't you go back to wherever you came from and have your mummy tell you bedtime stories? Hey. What's wrong with you people? You've thrown away your lives. Don't you care about anything? Vise, let's just go. We're wasting our time here. Thanks for telling me about the Dark Rift. Before I go, I just want to say that I've never met a more pitiful bunch in my life. If you lose sight of one dream, replace it with another. Think about how much you could have accomplished in the time you've spent here. Just because you couldn't cross the Dark Rift, you're just gonna sit here for the rest of your life? Because you tried something once and failed, you're just going to throw the rest of your life away? There's a whole world out there to see. Don't you have any desire to sail again? Athena, what is it? Vise, Ica, come to the port, quickly. The Armada's coming. What? What are they doing here? Ica, let's move. We should hurry back to port. Well, that's probably the first time in the entire game that Vise has actually lost his temper. He believes in his dreams and hopes so much that somebody like that can just make him get incredibly angry at them. He can't stand people who completely give up on their dreams. Well, we're going to go straight through the Dark Rift and then we'll return here and tell everyone that we've done it. That should be what's needed to bring them back hope. Ah, Vise, you're back. I think you need to see this. The Valyuan flagship of the 2nd Admiral Gregario, the Auriga. That huge armoured ship belongs to Admiral Gregario. Gregario is the best defensive tactician the Valyuan Armada's ever seen. They even nicknamed him Iron Wall. Interesting, he's forming a blockade around the town. Prince Enrique. I've come on behalf of Admiral Gregario. He has an urgent message for you. I see. Well done. I do love how, since he is still their prince, all the Armada guards are just incredibly polite to us while we're with him. I hope my prince finds himself in good health. I heard that you had a change of heart, or were perhaps brainwashed by the air pirates. Empress Theodora sent me to escort my prince back to Valua so that he may recover. If my prince refuses to comply, my ships will regrettably begin firing upon the city tomorrow at noon. Your humble servant, Gregario. Uncle Gregario is asking me to surrender. Uncle? Oh, Gregorio was an admiral in the Armada even before my father passed away. He helped raise me when I was growing up. He's always been like an uncle to me. I know that he doesn't want to fight, and he really does want me to surrender. But I can't go back, not after everything they've done. Even if it means I have to fight him. Enrique? Let's rest up for tomorrow. Gregorio is the most honourable man that I've ever met. He won't break his word. I understand. We should rest on the land tonight and keep you off the ship until tomorrow. The last thing you need is for your uncle to see you thrown up all over the railing in the heat of battle. Great. Now you're starting to sound just like Ica. I'm sorry. Come on, let's stay at the inn tonight. We're gonna need our rest. I do love how we are just allowed to rest at the inn because we know we're going to be completely safe because they're not going to attack us during the night. It's good to actually have an admiral who's actually honourable for once. The others we've been fighting haven't cared about how much they use underhanded tactics. Like Ramirez, who actually fired on our lifeboats. Oh, let's just save the game here. So now it's time to return to the Delphinius and take down Admiral Gregorio. It's time to go fight Admiral Gregorio. It's going to be a tough battle. Give it everything you've got. Aye aye. Hey, you aren't actually going to go fight against the Armada, are you? Looks like Don's come down to the port to give us a send-off. You're planning to fight Admiral Gregorio by yourself? Yup, that's the plan. I don't doubt your abilities, but I used to be a Valuan soldier. I know what the Armada can do. Going up against one of their admirals is crazy. Our ship is the best there is. We're faster than Gregorio's ship, and I think we can match his firepower. But even if you win, you'll never get through the Dark Rift. Like I said yesterday, our ship is the best there is. Our engines are more powerful than you think. And it might just be powerful enough to get us through the Dark Rift. Besides, ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to see what was beyond the edge of the world. The very edge is right in front of me. I have a chance that nobody's ever done before. I have a chance to make history today. If I said I wasn't scared, I'd be lying, but I won't let this opportunity pass me by. The chance to fulfill my childhood dream lies right in front of me. You don't expect me to just give up, do you? Ha. I suppose then no matter what I say, you ain't gonna listen. The Dark Rift is a giant vortex. If you can get through one side, you'll reach the eye in the middle. It's rumoured that the eye is calm. There are other calm pockets along the edges of the Dark Rift. If you find one of those pockets, you might have half a chance. I see. Thank you. I'll come back here when I'm done, I promise. Well, it looks like we finally managed to instill some hope into Don, as he is willing to tell us that advice. So we must now at least partly believe that it's possible. Heh, kid, you're just like me when I was your age. Admiral, the Delphinius is approaching. It's moving into attack position. My orders were to bring him back alive, or kill him if he refuses. We must do everything in our power to take him alive. All ships, prepare to attack, for the Delphinius is the Armada's most powerful ship. Our adversaries may be young, but we can't underestimate them. Vise, the Armada's getting ready to attack us. This is it. Everyone, man your battle stations. We've got to get past Admiral Gregario's defences. We will defeat him, then we'll get through the Dark Rift, and we will reach Yafatoma.
Let's go! Aye aye!
Well, Vise is hyped, so let's do this. So first off, we're going to have to take down his normal ships before we can reach his flagship. The Gregorio cruiser. Air pirate scum, hand the prince over. You'll pay for kidnapping and brainwashing him. We did neither of those things, he came on his own. Well, let's do our usual trick of throwing out Marco, and then focusing up. And then we are going to drill in onto the boss. So we're just fighting a cruiser here, so this guy shouldn't really take long to kill. We can probably kill him with a single moonstone cannon. Especially if he just misses all the time. So we're just going to give everyone a show on Esperanza. Since they probably all hate Valua for abandoning them, so we're going to give them a good show as we wallop down their admiral all on our own. And his entire fleet. And if anything's going to instill hope into those people, it's going to be this. I do like how all of Gregario's ships have these spikes on the front of them. I'm not sure if it really adds any defense, but you know, it looks cool at least. So we're really not taking much damage whatsoever from these ships. Especially with the alloy deck that we got previously, we shouldn't be taking much damage at all. Geez, you're a bit close, aren't you? He almost rammed us in the back then. I understand getting close for a critical hit, but that's ridiculous. Alright, let's just moonstone cannon this guy before he tries to ram us a second time. And in case he's still alive, he won't be anymore. So at this point in the game, the Delphinius is so tanky that you really don't have to worry about guarding any turns. And you really don't have to heal that much either. We're probably going to have to heal a single time through all of these fights that we're going to do now. But with that said, our main tankiness comes from our high health pool, and we don't have Sacrulen yet, which is the full heal spell. So we should probably try and learn that as soon as possible. Since healing ourselves for 8,000 at a time is going to waste quite a lot of turns. Almost 50,000 damage. Yeah, that cruiser class ship really didn't stand a chance. Now we get a speed wax. Yeah, go, turn. No, not that way. You idiots, what are you doing? You're supposed to fire all your cannons right there. Yeah, get him. Hey, they ain't that bad. Huh? Ah, incoming. They still need to get past the next line of ships. They still have a long way to go. Well, you should have worn your helmet from your soldier days, Don. Yes, looks like everyone on Esperanza is loving these fights. So let's give them another show. This time we're going to take down a Gregario battleship. You'll never defeat the second fleet of the Imperial Armada. Right, so again, we're just going to use Marco to give ourselves extra spirit, and then we're just going to continue to focus this turn. We're just going to build up all of our spirit so we can use all of our cannons on the next turn and onwards. Right, so it looks like they are going to use evasive action a lot. The second fleet is the defensive fleet after all, since Gregario is the Iron War Armada Admiral. So we can expect his ships to go defensive stance a lot to try and avoid damage. But they won't be able to do anything to avoid a moonstone cannon blast. We just have to get in position. So our main strategy for this ship fight is going to be to just fire all of our secondary cannons. Similar to what we did with the giant squid in the last part. And that's pretty much going to be my main way to fight throughout the entire game. Just, I really do love the secondary cannons. And we'll get to see them in full effect on this fight, most likely. And next turn we get a Moonstone Cannon. That's what I'm talking about. So for now, let's fire off our 10-inch. And let's buff ourselves. Now, I believe we actually have Dronos now, don't we? I think Enrique has it, but it costs too much to use, so we won't use it yet. For now, we're just going to drill him. And Enrique, let's see, if I start doing a cannon coil now... See, it's 4 each time. Yeah, that's not a very good thing. Instead, let's just do the Value and Torpedo. I'd rather not risk accidentally having too few spirit to be able to use the Moonstone Cannon. So we're just going to keep firing the 10-inch constantly. It doesn't do much damage to begin with, but over the course of the fight, this is quickly going to ramp up. Especially when we start firing both of them. Okay, we're taking quite a beating. I didn't expect to take this much damage, to be honest. We might actually have to heal before the flagship. Right, well, we've reduced his damage anyway. So this will keep us going for longer. Oh, that's a big chunk of damage right there. So you can see he's already lost about a fifth of his health purely from the secondary cannon so far. So it doesn't look like much damage to begin with, but it does ramp up very quickly. And that's why I love the secondary cannon so much. Let's close in and look for an opening to fire our Moonstone Cannon. Here we go. See, let's fire the, how many of these can we do? We can do 2 of those, or we can do 1 of those. Yeah, let's start working on our focus again now. Let's get behind him and see how much damage we can do. Doesn't matter how defensive your fleet is. If you get in position for a Moonstone Cannon, there's no surviving it. Nice and easy. And we get a Shredder Bomb and a Crystal Ball. Alright, we're doing great. Gregario's ship's dead ahead. He'll be in range shortly. Uncle Gregario, I can't let you take me back.
Yes.
Alright, full speed ahead. It's now or never. So it's time to take down the Auriga, the flagship of the second Admiral of the Armada. It's been a while since we last took down a flagship, so I've been looking forward to this. Prince Enrique, please forgive me for taking up arms against you, but you leave me no choice. I will not allow you to escape. You will not get past the Auriga. Right, so to begin with, we're just going to do our usual thing of focusing up. And then next turn we'll start attacking. So Gregario is the Iron Wall Admiral, so we can expect him to be very defensive. So even though we had a lot of critical hits on this turn, there's a chance that he's just going to defend on all of them. So we really just need to get into a good position to be able to properly hit him. Yeah, you can see that he's already defending on these critical hit turns. So this is going to be more of a battle of attrition. We have to find an opening no matter what, and then take advantage of it. But of course, over the course of the fight, we can also weaken him with our secondary cannons. Since they have low spirit use, so even if he guards on return, we don't really lose that much. Oh, that was close. That just missed us. Right, so even though he is the Iron Wall Armada Admiral, he seems to be leaving himself open quite a bit. We're just following him straight behind. But our ship is faster after all, so I guess we can expect to be able to outmaneuver him rather easily. As I stated before, Gregario has been nicknamed Iron Wall by his peers. He is the Armada's best defense tactician. I've heard that he sets up a tight defense and waits for his enemy to make even the smallest mistake. It is then that he attacks. Right, it looks like he's going to do a big attack on the next turn. So for now, let's start with our 10-inch. And then I think we should probably heal... No, we shouldn't need to heal up yet. So for now, let's just increm ourselves. And debuff the enemy. And Enrique, you start firing off another 10-inch. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be defending on all of these turns. But even if he does, we're still doing chip damage. So this will add up over time. It doesn't matter how defensive he is, he doesn't have unlimited health. So it seems like his tactic is going to be to look for an opening on us and take advantage of it. So we have to do the same to him. Even with just our 10 inches so far, we've done quite a lot of damage. I'm not really sure what his tactic is going to be though. Because he's looking for an opening, but he is leaving himself open a lot in the process. So unless he acts soon, he's gonna end up without a ship. We'll have to heal next turn, I think, for safety. Alright, so it seems like next turn we either get to use Moonstone Cannons, or he gets a lot of attacks on us. So somehow we have to avoid whatever attack he's planning. So for now, let's just see what it is. So let's fire off our 10-inch. Let's heal ourselves. We have a complete kit, I think. We do. Let's use that for safety. And then let's guard on this turn and see if that can avoid it. I think in order to demonstrate this fight properly, I'll have to stop attacking, because we're doing a lot of damage with these secondary cannons, a lot more than I expected. He might die before we get to actually do the move. Come on, Gregario. You're the Iron Wall Defense Admiral. You're not supposed to die this quickly. Right, luckily we lost him now. He just seems to be sitting there. So I don't know what he's planning. Ah, well, we're just going to go straight towards him, and then next turn we'll be able to fire the Moonstone Cannon straight in his face, it looks like. He does realise that the Moonstone Cannon is on the front of our ship, right, and he's going straight towards it. Actually, he's getting a little bit too close. Hull ram? He just rammed the Delphinius. Wow, Gregario, you're quite insane, aren't you? He literally rammed our ship. I can't believe it. He just rammed us with his entire ship. He's crazy. Vise, watch out. He's not letting up on the cannon fire either. Right, so sadly, in order to show off what we need to do, we have to make this fight last longer, because we could kill him in this turn. But we have to not do that. So let's just defend up. So I did mention a few times so far that the secondary cannons are deceptively powerful. And I think this has proved it, the fact that he's almost dead before we can even demonstrate what this boss does. Ah, Gregario, we're going to give you a chance to attack us now, mate. So his big attack is going to be to ram us, so we have to think of a way to avoid that. And if you remember what Vi said earlier, he said that our ship is faster than his. So we can somehow use our speed to outmaneuver his ramming attack. And that's what we're going to do on the next one, and then we'll finish him off with the Moonstone Cannon. Sadly, you only get to use the Moonstone Cannon once per turn. So even though there's 2 options to use it, if we avoid his ram, we won't be able to use the Moonstone Cannon twice. Even though he would be dead after 1 anyway. Damn, we need to do something about that ram attack. Only Gregario's heavily armoured Auriga can pull off an attack like that. Maybe we can dodge his attack if we can somehow increase our speed. Perhaps we could increase our speed with magic or some other method before he tries to ram us. Yeah, so the game basically just spells it out for you. So now we know what we need to do anyway, so we just need to wait again. Right, so here we are at the ram turn again. So this time, we're going to increm ourselves. We're going to drill in him. And then we are going to use quicker. I don't think we've actually ever used this yet. Which doubles our ship's speed, and it lasts for 2 rounds. And then finally, we're just going to focus for that last turn, since we should avoid the attack completely. And then we're going to finish him off with a Moonstone Cannon to the face. So it is worth mentioning we could have easily beaten him about 2 or 3 rounds ago, but I just waited until this chance, so that we can actually demonstrate what you're meant to do on this boss fight. We can also use the speed wax that we got from the cruiser boss fight, or rather the cruiser fight at the start of this. Since you get that to use it on this fight if you don't have quicker, since it has the same effect. Right, so our ship's even faster now. So now we should be completely avoiding his attack. Okay, he's going to ram us from the side this time. And we just skillfully evade it. How'd you like that one, Gregario? The whole point of your heavily armoured ship with its huge spikes is now worthless. Yeah, we dodged his ram attacks, now he's gonna pay. The enemy vessel's wide open, let him have it, Vise. Well, that's what I like to hear. Time for a Moonstone Cannon. So sadly we can't do the Moonstone Cannon twice. That would be a bit overkill, I guess. There we go. We want to make sure we don't accidentally kill him on this turn, so we're just going to focus. We want to throw out the Moonstone Cannon. And this is what you get for ramming our ship. How'd you like the taste of that one, Gregario? And we get 5,000 gold. Do we get any nice items? We get a heavy armoured deck and a 12-inch cannon, even better. And a captain's stripe. So we're going to replace one of our secondary cannons with that new one. I always thought that if we ever met in battle together, that we'd be on the same side. Prince Enrique, is there anything I can do to make you reconsider? No, I've made up my mind. I am not going back to Valua. I know that you've noticed a change in the Empire as well. They are headed down a dark path. Trying to rule the world with an iron fist, it will be Valua's downfall. This world, this sky is not Valua's to rule. It belongs to the people. And to right the wrongs Valua has committed, I've decided to travel with Vise and his companions. Tell that to my mother, and also that I pray every day for her good health. This is goodbye. I must go. Be well. Farewell, young prince. I do love how nice of a guy Gregario is. He's like, yeah, you defeated me. Good luck out there, prince. Just stay alive. Oh yeah, everybody loved that fight. Those kids are great. They just took out the Armada with one ship. They made me feel like sailing again. Ah, that's what I'm talking about. Instilling hope into everyone who was hopeless. Vise, you put on quite a show. If you make it back from the Dark Rift, I hope you come back here and take me with you. I can't believe I'm saying this. You hear me, kid? You better make it back. Well, we know where to get ourselves another crew member then once we return from the Dark Rift. So we can't get Don yet, we do actually need to complete the next part of the game. So, Don mentioned that there was a vortex somewhere alongside the Dark Rift. And it's just down here. So we just follow the Dark Rift along. Also, yes, we can't go through the Dark Rift if we try. Oh no, we got in a fight with the Dark Rift. Ah, it's just some little butterflies. Oh, we know the routine. Lambda burst. Yeah, most of the smaller enemies are still weak to Lambda Burst.
Yeah!
And most of them can't survive it. So it's still safe to just spam that to this point. Hey, everyone's level 28. Excellent. And we've learnt Noxus. Right, so yeah, we can't go through the Dark Rift, sadly, like the normal Sky Rifts. But over here, we can find the opening in the Dark Rift that Don told us about. So in the next part, we're going to explore the Dark Rift, and get straight through to the other side, and reach Yaphetoma. So, see you next time.